believe we're live, and we're doing another one of these loose open mics, and this is the first week where I'm the only one here. The people said they would be here; they're not here yet, which is fine. Um, I blame the snow. This is somewhat of a new setup. It's pretty good, right? I mean, it looks cozy. Um, Not much to do if there's nobody to interact with. Um, I love interacting with people. Oh, what's up, Jason? Uh, it's funny to be able to chat with somebody while they can only hear me and I can't hear them. Um, and we've already shared text messages today, Jason and I. So life is just all different kinds of communication, you know? Sometimes it's verbal, sometimes it's nonverbal. Um, but I will call attention to how chill this background is. Man, this is such a perfect setup for whatever's about to happen. I think people are coming up to hang and or tell jokes. Um, if you're just joining me, you're welcome to join me. Hit me up. Send me a message. Uh, Maybe I'll give this just another 2 minutes, and then if nobody shows up, we'll cut it early. But Jason, if you're still watching, leave a chat about how you're feeling. Maybe share with me some I don't know, some positive thoughts you've been having lately. Or if you left, that's cool too. We all have stuff to do, you know. Um, oh, here we go. Here's Pip. He saved us. It's been a slow night so far. If you can hear me.
Hey, what up, Shawn?
Hey,
How you doing?
good.
Good. Are we live?
We are, yeah. I have like somewhat of a new microphone setup. Do I sound
You
normal?
sound fantastic.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
How
you
do I
sound
look?
real. You look great. You sound great.
Yeah.
Right. You look like you're coming off a bit of a high.
Well, guilty as charged.
Right on, man. How
Yeah.
you feeling since your show from the other night, the greatest 10 minutes of your life?
Oh, pretty good. I was happy. I had fun doing it. I don't know if I haven't listened to any of the recordings yet. I don't know if I'll be like 90% happy with it, which is would be a success, but
90% would be fantastic.
that
I'm
would.
usually not even able to look at my own recordings. So
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah, that could.
I wasn't gonna watch it. I was just gonna listen to it.
Oh, well, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should cut it like and release it, as the best 10 minutes of your life. Put it on YouTube.
Yeah. If I am happy with any of them or most of one of them, and yeah, I definitely will.
That's cool. That's cool.
How was your weekend?
Not too bad. Just sort of chilled and, did some writing. Um, I got a job that starts in a month, which essentially gives me permission to do whatever I want for the next few weeks.
Oh yeah, definitely. What's on your
Yeah.
list? What's on your to-do list?
Oh, just I started this screenplay with a buddy of mine, and I really like to get that finished.
Oh, uh-huh.
Just like before I have to start getting back to work
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just having way less time on my hands. So that's one thing on my to-do list. I'd like to get like a podcast launched, that sort of thing.
Ah, that's good. Oh, Jason Cunis might be our only watcher. I don't know. But
Hey,
he just said Pip Smith, great job on Stoner Morning Show last weekend.
hell yeah. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it. Yeah, no,
Wait,
I'd love to do that every week.
oh yeah.
I want to do fake news. I'm going to put on a suit and I'm going to do the news as an anxious Jewish person,
Oh
which is
yeah.
the only way I really know how to do comedy.
I mean,
Um,
it's funny
but
though that you had to come back to, I mean, this is Stoner Morning Show as well, but it's funny
Yeah.
you had to come back to Stoner Morning Show to then get to receive a compliment about your previous
Yeah.
appearance on Stoner Morning Show.
Well, hopefully going forward, I won't receive any compliments live because I just don't think that my ego can take it. You
Mm-mm-mm.
know, that's what I kind of like about doing Zoom shows because you don't get that laughter that gives you a big head. You know,
True.
so like when you're doing a live show in front of a bunch of people and you do a good joke and you make everybody laugh, that gives you a bit of an ego for the next joke, doesn't it?
It's true.
And then they don't laugh as much and that ego gets shattered, and then there's none of that with these Zoom shows. It's just
Yeah.
essentially me looking at the little white light of my camera, and it's a pretty good audience, honestly.
Oh, here's one of our new friends who I believe is coming in. Let's but you're so true. It's so true what you say, because if I do a very good show, back when live shows were happening, if I did a very good show, I would tell myself the next one. I would be like, Shawn, you might bomb the next one.
Yeah.
Hey, how's
It's
it going? Nice to meet you.
hello.
Is it Essie?
Hey, how are you? Yeah, my name is Essie.
Nice
Hi,
to meet
Essie. Nice to meet you. I'm Pip. I don't know why it says Sam Rosenfeld. I gotta fix that.
you.
Kim?
It's Pip. Yeah, I'm a Pip. Drop the M and then you got it.
Okay, Pip. Okay.
Essie, thanks for that spin around your place. That was a great sort of like entrance. Yeah, that was good.
That's
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah.
Your name is Shawn?
My name is Shawn. Yeah, and this is very loose. I had like 5 people who said they were going to be here. So far, it's
Okay.
us 3. But you know what I mean. We'll hang out when you wanted to try jokes. Go for it, and then whatever else happens happens.
Right
So
on.
is this I only wanted to observe, but I'm not a
Oh,
comedian, but
oh yeah.
is this only like a comedian only open mic?
No, this is for whatever.
Anything goes.
Yeah,
But generally most people that attend are comedians.
I would say maybe 75%. But also,
Okay.
some people just show up and they're like, "Hey, I just want to hang out tonight." That's it.
Okay, let me I have a friend who's a comedian and is trying out material. Let me text him now to see if he's able to join.
Oh yeah,
Oh
send them that
yeah.
Zoom link. And we just have Hannah who's just stopping in now too. So we'll
Okay.
see if she's a comedian or not.
Nice.
We don't know. Wow, I was impressed with my background tonight. This is a new
That's a cool background.
So look at what Essie has. Jesus, that's
Wow.
a chandelier even.
Essie probably gets to look at that every day.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's so funny that I showed up thinking that I was gonna knock this out of the park, but then I was completely wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't understate how great yours is. You've got a really nice backdrop over there.
Mine is just the color of the light,
Yeah,
but I think Essie has like.
but it's a nice color. It's kind of a pinkish hue.
It is, yeah.
It's good stuff.
Okay, I just texted him to see if he can join.
Okay. Hey Hannah, you can turn on your camera and mic if you want, or if you wanted to just watch, that's fine too. This is an open mic, but I don't think anybody is here prepared to tell jokes. We're just chilling out.
I'm always prepared to tell jokes. That's the
Okay.
thing. I mean, like, I don't have a set. Like, I'll have a set next week for fake news, but
Yeah.
I'm always down to quip and to just, be present and funny.
Oh yeah. I
Um,
mean, that's what. Yeah, that's
I have a question.
Sure.
So I don't consider myself to be a funny person,
okay.
but I
Neither do
do
I.
know that having the skill of being somewhat like humorous is like a good skill to have.
Oh yeah.
What are you guys, I guess, what do you guys recommend? What are some tips that you guys can give somebody who's not funny but wants to tap into the side of them that can be funny?
That's a good question.
On the chat, send me your email address, because I actually have I have like a 40-minute video to send you about.
Shawn's gonna start plugging his shows now.
No, it's like an online class. But yeah, I have advice and Pip has advice too. What's Pip? Go for it.
Oh God, I don't know. I would say listen a lot, observe things. A lot of people think being funny is just about always having something funny to say. But some of the funniest people I know are not funny until all of a sudden they are. Right. There's sort of like this class clown type person who's always making jokes. And I find that those people don't make the most successful comedians. But the people who will randomly blurt out with a joke, but be silent the whole time, but that one joke is like perfectly well timed and perfectly suited to the conversation. Those people tend to be better comedians because they're thinkers. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents. Think a lot.
Okay, so with I hear you on the listening and just being observant, and then not necessarily making an effort to be funny and throw a punchline, just just organically develop you being funny. But how do you how do you do that? Like,
See, it's tough. Everybody's funny in a different way. So I think I'm funny because I'm really neurotic and I'm really good at like anxiously breaking things down. Um, but that's not, hey Christine, how you doing?
Hey.
Right. But everybody's a different kind of funny, and you have to kind of think about the things that make you laugh.
okay.
And then start from there. So what makes you funny?
I think if I have humor, I think it's very dry.
Dry is good.
Okay.
Yeah. So just like blood deadpan kind of
Yeah.
humor, right?
Yeah,
Do you
like when I do it, like it naturally and organically without like contemplating it, it just comes out. It tends to be dry in a way where people kind of feel like awkward a little bit about what I just said, and they don't know whether they should laugh or not.
well, that's good. I mean, you definitely want to do comedy where people aren't sure whether or not you're being funny. Yeah, no, that's good.
Christine, we're talking about comedy instead of being funny tonight, just to catch you up.
I went. You said to go to this link, so I'm going to this link. Or not go to the link. Don't go to the link.
No, I sent that to Essie. Essie, in the chat, I sent you a link.
Oh, okay. So I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to get out of that link.
Yeah, you can just be here.
Okay, I'm going to be here now.
There's your email. All
Ron
right.
Boss.
Okay, good. How's everybody enjoying the snow? Essie, are you not near snow?
I'm in New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey. Where are you guys from?
Oh. We're all well. Christine and I are in New York, and Pip is Colorado.
I am in Colorado.
Oh, Colorado.
Colorado. It's actually pronounced Colorado.
Get out of here.
You know, that's one thing that only I think is funny is just mispronouncing words for no reason. I used to do that all the time when I was a barista. I would have to call out people's names, and it would be like Sarah, but I would say, actually, it's pronounced Sarah. I don't know. It's just one of those things that only I think is funny. I think I did that 10,000 times as a barista and got 2 laughs, but it was worth it to me because I still think it's funny.
Yeah,
Were you a barista at Starbucks?
Yes, I was a Starbucks barista, and I did occasionally get in trouble for deliberately mispronouncing people's names. But you know what? I didn't care because I was a good barista. And if anybody's really going to complain to management because I called them Sarah instead of Sarah, that's just funny. Yeah, that's just good. That's just good material.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Right, Pip?
Exactly. Yeah.
Christine, how's your
I
week?
had a really stressful day.
Oh yeah,
Guys,
work
I'll be
or,
right back.
Out.
Work or other things?
Well, we did online teaching today.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't that. I went out about 7 times at least. I guess I lost real count.
Yeah.
To fill bird feeders, suet, peanuts.
Mm.
So, I mean, it was exhausting. I probably had every bird in the neighborhood here.
Oh,
I set up different bird feed stations, and
yeah.
I was so nervous about them. I'm nervous about them now. It's so cold out. It's they're please feed the birds where you live, wherever you are. Just throw
Yeah.
some bread out or something for them. You know, I just feel stressed out. And
Yeah.
then a friend of mine accused me. I hate this. Yeah, does this ever happen to you when somebody accuses you of something you didn't really do,
Oh, sure.
and then they attack you like you had malintentions? That
Yeah.
happened to me today.
Why? Because they said you shouldn't be feeding the birds?
No, it's not related to the birds.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, I may get that one day, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, some people are pretty adamant about not feeding like any type of wildlife, or even if
I
it's
don't give
bird.
a shit. I'll take the consequences.
Well, we're feeding them anyway. Even if you don't physically feed them, they're going into the trash and finding stuff, or just
That's
finding stuff
right.
on the ground, so that they are getting fed by us anyway.
Yeah, and my opossums haven't shown up in days, so I'm upset,
Oh,
worried about them. But I
well,
still
maybe,
put food in the doghouse for
yeah.
them.
Maybe they knew the snow was coming and they took shelter early.
Maybe. I'd like to believe that, Sean. I had to actually take like a natural herbal calm you down pill today. It's called
Oh,
rhodiola. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know rhodiola?
Yeah, it's good for rhodiola is
Okay.
good for the mind. It helps you focus, and it's good. Some people swear by it, like Joe Rogan. I don't know if you know Joe Rogan's podcast.
No.
Oh, okay. He's pretty big on rhodiola. It also helps people with like ADHD and attention deficit disorder become more focused.
It also helps with anxiety and depression. Also, I take valerian root for that too. So tonight was one of those days, just because I had this incident with a friend of mine.
yeah.
Her son texted me and asked me would I take him upstate one day, and so that he could look at a house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I said sure.
Yeah.
But I can't do it until April.
Yeah.
So I got a text from his mother saying that he's delusional, and you are working against what the therapist and I are doing to help him not be delusional. And why are you interfering in my family's affairs? And
Oh,
all this fucking bullshit.
yeah.
It was so upsetting because she attacked me. He asked me a favor. I said yes. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
But they have a complicated relationship, and he probably shouldn't have asked me, because he knows that his mother's very in control. He's 24 years old.
Yeah.
If he can't afford, for house repairs and all that stuff, that's not my business. He
Yeah.
asked me for a ride there. That's all. And I actually thought it was great that he was making he was being proactive and, looking for something to get out of his mother's house.
Yeah.
Nope. Completely wrong.
Mm.
I was wrong. And she doesn't want to, she doesn't feel a connection with me anymore, and blah, blah, blah.
Well,
that's humaning. That's dealing with people. And
Christy,
unfortunately,
I gotta say you're a natural, because when you came in first, at the very first moment when you were upset by this,
Yeah.
you started by saying, "Has this ever happened to you?" And then you went into it.
Well, I was thinking comedic.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking of an audience.
Sure, yeah. We have a few people watching.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
And Pip will be back, and maybe we'll have a random late person show up. But
Hey guys, I'm back.
oh, there he is.
Oh,
I just had a. How you doing, Christy? It's good to see you again.
Thank you. You too. Did you hear my story?
I didn't. I had to
That's okay. I'm
go.
not repeating it.
I had to go have a little fight with my roommate. It's all good. Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
fighting with my roommates.
So much tension in the world today.
I know,
Oh,
it's a
for
lot of
sure.
pressure because it's 2-1-2-1.
Yeah,
Oh.
I both of my roommates are women, which I did for reasons that were like had more to do with the fact that I tend to get along better with women, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize there would be more drama, and I guess there didn't necessarily have to be, but there is. So what are you gonna do? Um, ugh.
I think it's an off day. Did anybody else have kind of an off day today?
It is Monday.
I had an
Oh,
okay day.
good.
Yeah, same here.
This, I don't know. Maybe it's the stars for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then this other teacher that I work with today, whenever she can't change the plan. Anyway, whatever.
Wow.
Shut up. I
you
had
can-
to surrender a lot today.
You
Let
couldn't
go.
even get through with the story. Jeez.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean that's how I feel about
Fine.
most stories. That's another reason that I have some trouble doing comedy because like I've done shows, I've been on stage and midway through I'll be like, whatever.
Yeah.
You guys get it. I'm being funny. It's fine. Right? I mean, like the truth is that as a comedian, people pretty much know what I'm going to be doing within the first like minute of my set, you know. Oh, we get it. He's neurotic, anxious, and Jewish. Good job, right? Right, and that's pretty much all I have to offer. I mean, you know, sometimes I got other shit, but that's why I don't want to write material anymore. I just want to be like the plucky sidekick on someone's podcast. That sounds like a way more fun approach to always having to come up with like material and minutes and all that. Ugh.
Oh, you mean like the Robin to Batman?
Exactly. The Robin to Batman. Right. Right. My goal is to be like the wacky neighbor on a sitcom.
Oh yeah, you do well at that.
You think so? I think so too.
Especially with your hair like that, with it sticking up.
Oh yeah, I definitely got that Kramer hair going. I just got a haircut, but I'm like the front, my pop is like slowly vanishing as I get older. So eventually it's just gonna be one hair. Just I
You
can't
know,
wait
if I
till
was
get
an
to that level.
illustrator, I would draw a picture of you. You would
Oh.
almost look like a little cartoon.
You know what? You're not the first person to tell me that. I get tinted. That's actually something that happened. I was in the Middle East, by which I mean Israel. And I was walking by this shawarma place, and these guys yelled out to me, the guys who were working there. And this is the kind of thing that would only happen in Israel, because if y'all think New Yorkers have no tact, Israelis are next level. And
No, they're worse. They're worse.
They're worse, yeah. And these guys they all decided at the same time that I look like Tintin. So they yelled out to me and they're like, Tintin, come. Right. So I did. I walked in and I ordered some shawarma. It was the best shawarma I've ever had too. It's next level good shawarma out there.
I went to Israel once.
Yeah, how was it?
The eggs were awful. They were awful.
I love how that's your Israel take.
It is.
Right. Most people go to Israel and they're just blown away by, like all of the old archaeological sites.
Oh,
and
yeah.
history. And you're like, the eggs were terrible.
Yeah, they were. But no, I did all that business too. I went to the Masada in Jerusalem and
yeah, it's a fun place.
a lot before it was built up. It was just
Christy, it would have been
starting.
Christy, it would have been great if, as you were getting on the plane to return home to America, as you were handing in your ticket, you just turned around to the whole airport and said, "The eggs were horrible."
Yeah, I'd say, hey guys, don't eat the eggs. Don't eat the eggs. They're horrible.
No, I really think that you should build a whole stand-up, like a whole special around that. The eggs were terrible punchline. because that is really gold. That
I
is
think
fantastic.
for the rest of my life, whenever I'm about to get on an airplane, I'm just gonna shout a review of where I was and then get on.
That's great.
Do
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah,
know
that's
that
good.
moving forward, if you travel, airlines are requiring that you have the COVID vaccine. When you come back to the United States, you need to.
What?
That
Yeah,
sounds
so you
great.
need to get tested. You need to get so when if you travel, when you come back to the United States, right before your flight to come back, you need to take the COVID test and show that you are negative, or the airline won't let you get on the plane to come back to the United States.
Yeah, but that's not getting the vaccine. That's getting the test.
I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sounds
You're
sounds like
correct. Yes. Sorry. The test. Yes.
sounds
And
like a
that's only
longer.
it's only to Europe, right? It's not within the United States, is it?
So every country has their own standard as to whether or not they require you to test negative to enter, but the United States is requiring you to show that you're negative before you can enter. So whether you're an American or not, if you want to be here and enter here, you need to show. So the thing is that with the COVID test, it needs to be less than 48 hours, because if you got the test like a week ago and then you go fly, they're not going to consider that test valid.
Well, it sounds like a longer vacation if you are in like France
Well,
and then you
the
test
thing is
positive.
that in some countries, the COVID testing is not free. So here it's free for us, but like if you go to, I don't know, Jamaica, they may not, you may have to pay out of pocket for the test.
Yeah, Essie, nothing's free. Insurance pays for it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in the grand scheme of things.
But if you travel domestically, you don't need to do that, right?
No, it's only if you leave the U.S. and you come back.
Right. So if I go to Texas, I don't have to do that.
No.
Good.
Christy, what are you eating? What's your snack tonight?
They really are awful.
What are they?
Eggs.
Oh, eggs.
No,
see, that's a good joke,
I stopped
Essie.
eating eggs, to tell you the truth. My ex-partner used to love
the eggs were horrible.
My ex-partner used to make eggs. Ugh.
Oh.
No more eggs.
So your ex ruined eggs for you and Israel.
Yeah, that's a shame.
It's okay. I didn't really ever like eggs.
Do you not eat eggs at all? Like even if they're in cake or something?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Okay, so just straight eggs. I get that. That's how I feel about milk, right? Like I like dairy, but I hate milk, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But I just
you know what I had recently for the first time? Cashew yogurt, and it was incredible.
I hear that is good.
What brand?
Oh, I don't know the brand.
Because that's important, because some of the plant-based yogurts are good, but it's a specific brand only.
Thomas Nelson who just arrived. He's coming into the room.
Cool.
What brand
I like Thomas
would you recommend?
So
no, I'm asking Shawn because he the only yogurt that I've had that tastes amazing. Oh, never. I don't even think I remember the name.
I like that Show Body Greek yogurt. That's good stuff.
Hey, Pip.
Yes, ma'am.
That I'm pretty much vegan now, so I don't eat cheese or eggs or anything. So I found Magnum. Magnum makes a non-dairy ice cream bar. You know
Magnum like the condoms.
Yeah, I guess that's a male thing. No, Magnum like the ice cream bars.
Okay. I don't think I've ever had a Magnum ice
They're
cream
really
bar.
good. They're really good.
Hey, Thomas is here. What's up, Thomas?
Hi, Thomas.
Thomas is muted.
He's gonna get a drink first and then say hi.
Looks like he's smoking something.
I like
maybe,
I don't know as well.
Maybe he's just here to watch, which is fine.
Hey, John, don't you have any friends who are like 68 or above? Besides me.
Not in New York. Not in New York.
I don't have
everything is Zoom now. Okay, how about 64 and up?
Yeah, I don't know about in New York.
How about your dad? Is he getting along with your mom?
Yeah, tomorrow's their anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
How
Yeah.
many years have your parents been married?
Well, my dad and mom were together for 27 years, and then she passed away. And now my
Oh,
dad and stepmom have been together for 18 years.
that's pretty good. That's a lot of
Yeah.
years.
I gave
Well,
the best man speech,
nice.
and I killed.
Yeah, that's what I did for my sister's wedding. I gave the toast and I killed it. It was a great toast.
At the time, it was the largest room I ever played.
How many people were there?
Like 200.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've only done 1 or 2 shows that big.
Mm.
That's awesome. Essie, you a musician?
Yeah, I'm a performing artist, but I have been since end of February. I've had no work because of COVID.
You want to play us a song?
No.
Fair enough. I'll
Yeah.
play a song on here one of these days. I do.
Oh, one of these days. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for it yet because I haven't practiced, but I do play piano and sing. I'm not that good, so I need to make sure it's really funny to compensate for my lack of musical ability.
Yeah, I like when people have like ukuleles and guitars and they write funny songs.
Yeah, I do that. I can't even play uke, so I just sort of hammer chords on the keyboard with like my right hand, and I could play enough chord progressions to sound like I know how to play piano,
Yeah,
which is good enough.
that's
You know?
what I do too.
Yeah, there you go. You get it. Right. It's fun. You could play like Earth Angel, you know. It's just G, A minor, F, C, or whatever, something like that.
So I'm learning. I play the guitar and I'm learning the ukulele.
There you go. Right.
My grandmother played the guitar.
Mm.
My uncle played the mandolin.
Mandolin's a cool instrument.
Yeah, both my sons play guitar.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're good. Georgie plays bass and regular guitar.
Oh.
I bought them a karaoke microphone for Christmas. They love it. Georgie and his wife.
Cool.
She's annoying.
Is that her name, or are you just describing her?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
Annoying. She's very
who have you met in your life that has not been annoying at least a little bit? You know what I mean? Everyone gets
yeah,
annoying.
that's true.
everyone's annoying, particularly comedians. Oh my god.
Mm.
They're the most annoying people. Always try to make you laugh.
Oh, I know. My granddaughter Claire, who's like 2 months old.
Very annoying.
She's not annoying.
Oh.
I haven't met her yet.
Not yet.
Oh.
Do you guys do comedy like on the side, or is comedy is being a comedian and touring like your main job?
It's not my main job. It was very briefly a few years back, but it's not an easy way to make a living.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know about Shawn and Christy or what y'all do for your day job, but most comedians you meet will have a day job.
I was doing pretty good.
Shawn was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
On's a comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get
what
there.
I'm finding now that like irrespective of like what artistry you decide, you need to be more of like you need to be like a business person with it.
Yeah.
Like Shawn, like I haven't fully checked out the link that you sent me, but I really like where you're doing the comedy, but you're also doing like a course online. Then you have to pair it with a podcast. Like you have to brand yourself, like, you know, in a way where, because you can't just rely on the performing as a source of income.
Right.
Sort of like
That's absolutely correct. And I was a musician for a time as well. And it's the same thing. It's really about the hustle. I'm finally embracing social media, just accepting that bro, you're not going to be able to make it as a performer if you aren't online. It's absurd to even think that that you could do it. So I finally got myself a Twitter and an Instagram. But that's a huge element of it now, especially in music, where they really don't offer people contracts unless they already have tens of thousands of followers.
Yeah, and I also feel for comedy, the biggest platform for comedy is, I feel, TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok is huge right now, and every time I finally open my mind
But
to a new,
specifically for like comedy, like
Mhm.
even people who are not comedians are just constantly posting. The accounts in TikToks that have the larger followings are the funny accounts.
it's true.
I should have done it by now.
Yeah, I just like a lot of comedians that I know, they don't like change, they don't like new things. Or at least that's how I feel. So like I finally opened my mind to Twitter, and now everyone's like, what are you doing? You gotta get a TikTok. Come on, bro. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that
fucking want to.
TikTok is going out of business. I heard.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I don't know about that.
It's pretty big. But I don't know. For a while, Vine was really big, and that one sort of
It did
disappeared.
disappear, yeah.
I don't really know how people are making money off of TikTok, to be honest with you.
So
I
they
think a lot
use
of
it. Yeah, they don't. They generate. It's exposure that leads the followers to their website and to their content.
I
right.
need to learn how to do that stuff.
We
Hey,
don't have
Shawn,
to learn how to do that.
Shawn, since
Hmm.
you're the business guy,
Yeah.
maybe you can help me. I got to figure out how to put my pillows on Instagram and do maybe some comedy things for TikTok,
Oh, sure.
because it's such a pain in the ass, because I have a small business, Essie, where I make buckwheat heating pads or cold packs, and I use quilt patterns or I sew. So
Where do you sell them? Do you use Etsy?
Amazon, Etsy. I have a website. I sell at the Long Island Welcome Center.
What's the name of your website?
I'll put it in the chat. So I
Yeah,
want
and
to
I'm
figure
gonna
out.
I'm gonna put it in the Facebook thing in case anybody who's watching on Facebook want to
Oh, okay.
pillow.
Thanks.
Yeah. I've done that before.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, and Jason says he says he wants our faces on a pillow.
Oh, I would do that.
He said
For
he's told to do
sure.
that before.
I mean, Christy, you mentioned that you're not an illustrator, but if you could join forces with an illustrator and put my face on a pillow, I'd be so down.
oh, you would?
Yeah, for sure. I know at least 2 people who would buy that.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I don't really do that kind of work, but I did take a class in cartoon, using fabric to make cartoons.
Ooh,
That's pretty cool.
interesting.
I know. I should find that. I made something. I made my son.
See, that's the dream. I would love to be a cartoon character.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I ought to do that. Specialize in.
Shawn, what do you think? Can you come up with a cartoon pitch for me?
Well, it's a radical, stupid idea, but I think what you should do is you should start a YouTube channel where you just paint yourself.
I can't paint though.
Put paint on yourself. It's like, hey, I want to be a cartoon, and then you paint yourself, and then you just do short videos of crazy things.
That's not a bad idea. Or just reaction videos.
Sure,
right.
yeah.
Right. I guess like the reason why I really like to do stand-up is because what you do is you get on stage and you do the show and then you never think about it again. Right.
yeah.
That's what my favorite thing about it was, is that I would have material, but I'd get off on pure adrenaline. But with the videos, you got to think about every little detail. And you got to edit it, and you got to spend hours just making sure that it's internet ready.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about like it being search engine optimized and all the shit that I hate about comedy. Is just it just magnifies when it comes to that stuff.
It's business. I'll tell you why I like stand-up comedy, because I'm so lazy. I would sit down the whole time, so it makes me stand up and get exercise.
Oh,
there
good.
you go. Yeah, I find that doing shows sitting down does not work as well. It's not very effective.
We're all sitting down right now.
True, true. But this isn't a stand-up show. This
Yeah.
is
Oh
more
yeah, yeah,
Just stood up.
yeah.
hangout podcast.
I'm too comfortable.
I'm too
Yeah.
lazy.
My chair is actually super uncomfortable. It's got really bad lumbar support.
Oh
So-
no.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that why you wiggle around so much?
No, that's ADHD. But thank you for noticing. Uh, no,
Oh, I noticed everything about you. I noticed you got that haircut too.
oh, thanks, Christy. Right. No, I've always had trouble sitting still. Jason says that you don't have to wear pants, which is a really good point. That is one
Oh,
benefit
when you
to
sit
the
down?
no to the Zoom show is that anybody here at any moment might not be wearing pants.
Okay, but you know what? If you don't wear pants, at least wear underpants because you don't want your private part sitting on a chair that probably has germs all over it.
See, you don't know that I don't want that, right? You can't know that I don't
No,
want
you're
that.
neurotic, so you don't want germs on your private part.
Oh, well, I'm not. That's a good point. Yeah. Right. I mean, look at how what a way to go that would be. If I got some kind of private infection from sitting on this wooden chair, right?
Yeah,
That
uncomfortable.
only I've ever sat in, by the way. Right. So where's this infection coming
Well,
from?
you don't know. You could have had it yesterday. You could have sat somewhere else.
I don't think you're a doctor, Christy. I don't think you know either.
I don't know. Germs like to fly around.
See, Jason is making a really good case for not wearing pants. He says he likes to feel free, which is valid, right?
Well, yeah, right. I mean, listen, I take special care of my vagina.
Oh
But,
gosh,
at night-
I know you do.
At night, I don't wear pajama bottoms or anything to bed.
Oh, that's
I
good to
sleep
know.
half naked, half naked.
Right. No, that's good. All right. I think that pants are somewhat oppressive. I do think that, right? And
Yeah.
right.
They are.
Ideally, I mean, people talk about freeing the nipple, which of course I'm in favor of, but I think that we should be freeing our entire lower halves.
You're right. You don't need that chafing against your private parts.
Right. I
What's-
mean, there have been many societies without pants, and they have prospered, in fact, thrived. I'm pretty sure the ancient Greeks and the Romans, they never wore pants.
No, they wore those little flappy toga.
Yeah, they had togas, right? They were hanging free most of the time.
What is
Free the-
choppy? Sean
free the
says you got
dog.
Choppy.
Hmm?
What does that mean? You got choppy.
It means his internet is struggling.
My internet went weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jason, hi, Jason.
Yeah, Jason's cool.
Hey, does anyone have any jokes they want to try?
I have one joke.
Oh, what is it?
Did you guys hear about Marilyn Manson?
No.
Marilyn Manson recently got dropped from his record label for abusive behavior. And I think Marilyn Manson is the only person that you actually can judge a book by its cover. I mean, have you seen that guy? Was anybody remotely surprised? I would have been shocked if he had a really wholesome life.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Good job.
Yeah, he probably had a screwed up childhood.
No doubt.
Did he really get dropped by his label?
He did, yeah. He basically a bunch of his exes came forward. It's actually not funny. It's but I mean, look, has anybody listened to his music?
Exes came forward and what?
They basically said that he was abusive to them, which is not funny. Which is why we should probably move on from that particular topic.
Might be listening.
But yeah, he might be listening. You don't know.
Yeah. Applause for Pip for starting the topic, but then moving on from it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Look, this is. Jason says he's from Florida. That's funny. That's a good point.
Wow. That's true. Yeah,
God.
yeah. Anybody have any good music or TV recommendations? What kind of Oh, I actually have a book recommendation.
What book?
It's called The Four Agreements. It's a self-help book. It's incredible. I read it in a night. I read it in one night.
You like those self-help books?
I mean, I read them once in a while, but this one was very good. It was very common sense, just sort of you poison your own thought. You're poisoning yourself with your own negative thoughts, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like never take anything personal.
Yeah. Oh, you read it? Yeah. Yeah. Be your best. Always or do
The
your
name
always
of
do
it?
your best.
Yeah, always do your best. I forget it was. I think I read it like 7 years ago. Yeah.
Wow, and you remember that much. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, you when I find that when I read books, I may not remember specifically what I read, but I integrated whatever I read, I already like integrated at some point in my life.
That's
So it just
fantastic.
becomes part of like, yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's the name of the book, Shawn?
The four
Four
agreements.
Maybe I get out of the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fast read. Like it's not that thick
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah. I did most of it in one night, and then like the last like 20 pages the next morning.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
there's
works.
also like a Cliff Note version of the book if you just want to get like, the meat of it.
Just telling people the four things. And just telling them to do those.
Well, shouldn't that be like an article on Huffington Post? Why is it a whole book? If it's only four things, like just tell us what they are right now.
Those things.
Shawn, you cut out a bit there.
Oh, it's four things, and then it's like advice on how to follow through on those things.
Right.
But it's
right.
good. I've recommended it to a few people already.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I'm always down for self-improvement.
Yeah. I even thought about reading it out loud and recording myself, and then sending it to friends, and be
That's a good idea.
and be like, all right, I think you should read this book. This will be the easiest way for you to do it. If it helps, tell your friends to buy the book since you're getting it for free. You know what I mean? Like as a way to pay it forward.
Well, there's also Audible where they can hear
There
it.
is. Yeah, yeah.
Audible's great.
Yeah.
I had a free month of Audible and listened to like a whole bunch of books that I never would have read otherwise.
Yeah.
But you can go to the library and you can get audio books.
That is true.
Yeah. So I read something on Facebook
What is it?
the other day
Mm-hmm.
because I was thinking about how much bad luck I have with relationships. So this woman wrote, I'm ready for my next toxic relationship. Where you at, psycho? I love it. I'm going to somehow use that when I get some other, material around it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Right. I mean, at least they're honest. They know what they have to offer.
No.
That's like Taylor Swift. She wrote a song and in it she said, "You're gonna be my next big mistake."
Yeah.
Something like that.
Taylor Swift does not seem like she has healthy relationships just based on her songs.
I think for the most part, most adults don't. We learn how to relationship. Like
I don't know. I mean, some of them do. Some people are better at it than others, I would say.
Yeah, of course.
But I think about that song, Look What You Made Me Do, like all the time, because that's just abusive language right there, right?
Yeah.
I didn't make you do anything, Taylor. You chose to behave this
right,
way.
You're absolutely right. Nobody makes you do anything. You choose.
Right. It takes two to tango, girl.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah, I'm on it. Although I would still date Taylor Swift in a heartbeat. She's super, super cool.
You date her or you know what her?
No, I'd date her. I would also what her. I'm glad that Christy, you're censoring yourself when it comes to that, but you're totally comfortable talking about your naked exposed vagina. Right? to think about that for
I
a
have
while.
had a lot of issues with my vagina over the years.
Yeah, and you should be comfortable talking about whatever, but this is a loose and free show. So yeah, I would have sex with Taylor Swift, and I would also date her.
Okay.
Oh, both.
Taylor, are you listening to
I
that out
hope
there,
she
girl?
is. Right. She dated John Mayer briefly, which is I made a vow once that I would never date anybody that John Mayer has dated. So
Whoa,
I-
wow.
yeah, I just can't see
Good for you.
I can't see being Eskimo brothers with John Mayer. That just sounds terrible. Right. You imagine constantly being compared to John Mayer subconsciously in the minds of the person you're with. Right. I mean, have you ever heard that guy play guitar?
He's amazing.
He's a fantastic guitar player, and he makes that stupid cum face whenever he plays. Right. He looks he looks kind of sexy when he's playing guitar, right? I imagine when he's actually having sex, it's even more pronounced. Right. I can't compete with that. Right.
Maybe he's yelling out chord progressions while he's having sex.
Yeah, really. Well, he's coming.
Oh man,
Just
that's a good
sort
idea.
of saying them, yeah.
Anyway,
Did anybody did you ever read The Handmaid's Tale?
no.
No, but I
I've
saw the show.
Is it any good?
Yeah, I've seen,
The show is good.
Is it
it's
based on the
scary.
book?
I did not read the book, but you know, it's based on women being like used for their
Sexual.
yeah, for their reproductive systems. Yeah.
Used for their sexual.
I wouldn't
Is-
be able to listen to that.
Guys,
scary-
I have to run. I apologize for leaving
Bye,
early.
Pip.
I'll
Yeah.
see y'all later. Follow me on Twitter.
Can you
yeah.
put your info on the side? I'm gonna
Yeah,
step out too. Great.
I'll do it right now.
Okay.
Have a good one, everybody.
Bye, Pip.
Yeah.
Take it
Bye.
easy.
Nice to meet you.
Seen you, Pip.
Watch out for your balls.
What a great way to send him off.
Maybe he'll come just back. He'll just come back just to say something and retort.
That's another good thing to say right when you're about to get on a plane.
What? Watch your balls. Oh, at Pip the comic.
All right, guys, I'm heading out. It was really nice to meet you guys.
Oh yeah, nice
Thanks for
meeting you.
having me. All right. And I'll
Of
check
course.
out your website, Shawn.
Yeah, watch that video. I think it will be useful.
Okay, I will. All right. Have a good
Yeah.
night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
All right, well, Christy, it's just us, and Jason is
know.
asking about squirrels, but you did address that at the beginning.
Is he still there?
Jason, I think, is watching. Yeah.
Jason, did you hear me say I had to feed the squirrels a lot today because of the snow? And like a lot, 7 times I was out there filling peanuts, putting peanuts in dishes underneath tarps so that they could go there and not get their little feet freezing to death. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I got my squirrels. Yeah. Anyway. So Shawn, you're such a nice guy, you know? You're a real nice
Thanks.
guy.
I try to be.
Thanks. You don't have to try. You already are.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
I don't do this for the adoration. I do it for the applause, but I'll take both.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Hold everything,
Yeah.
Joe-jitsu. This is Dick Tracy.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good night. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, we can end. All right, great seeing you.
you
Bye,
don't wanna
everybody.
end? Do you want to not end?
Yeah, no, we can end. Yeah.
Okay,
if you
let's
want.
end.
Okay.
All right.
See you soon.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Good work.
Good night.
All right.